Welcome everyone, this is the first deck opening for the Crusaders of Lornia card game. This is the Zombie Invasion Recruitment deck, which will be one of the first two recruitment decks available for this card game ever. As you can see, this is the packaging, just has the cover card on the front, list of all the cards on the back. Inside it comes with a pre-constructed deck along with a playmat and rule sheet. It comes with two of these actually. And let's just get right into the contents. This is the playmat that comes in the recruitment decks. As you can see, it's zombie themed for the zombie invasion. It shows the zombies invading the city, which we will get to on the next deck opening. And on the reverse side, it has the instruction sheet for the game of Crusaders of Lornia, cards, phases, and etc. And these are the single cards that come in the recruitment deck. We're going to go through those so you can get a preview of what's to come. First off, we have the cover card, Rot, Infector's Juggernaut. He is a 1-of in the deck, and he is the leader of the zombie invasion. Next up, we have 4, Infector's Patient Zero. It's just a simple vanilla card. Keynote: the maximum copies of a card you can run in your deck is 4. For the main deck, I should clarify, is 4. Next up, we have Ponduran Soldier. He is a 2/0, which is turned to armor position after he assaults. After that, we have Infector's Harvester. It is simply a 2-of. And when he is played for fuel, you get a card from your stasis as fuel. Comes into play depleted though. After that, we have Infector's Soul Dragger. Just simply when he comes into play, you send the top 2 cards of your deck to stasis. Mill 2. Rising Infectors, another 4-of. He's able to come back from stasis onto the battlefield. He actually costs less when you do that, so it's good to get him in stasis early. Infector Shaman just simply powers up your guys, your zombies, with a decent body of 3 assault and 3 armor. Next we have Infector's Reservist, and when he is deployed, you get to send any life form you command to stasis. Now that's kind of an additional cost to play him, but he is very powerful. He has 4 assault and 3 armor for a simple 3 cost. Next we have Infector's Reliever, just simply a defensive guy. No assault, but has 3 armor, all for the cost of 1 fuel. Alright, those are the life forms that we just went through. Now we will move on to the tactical cards. We have Infector's Plague, only 2-of for these. With this, if one of your zombie life forms is assaulted, you get to void the assault, stop it from happening, and neutralize the assaulting life form, so it saves your zombie and kills your opponent's guy. Next up, Infector's Sacrifice. Gotta give draw power to some of these decks, so simply discard a zombie life form and draw 2 cards. Helpful when getting some of those zombies into stasis. Next up we have Infector's Rebirth. Take a zombie life form from stasis and put it into the battlefield under your command. Feel of Life is a 1-of in this deck. You send 2 cards from your Field Depot to stasis, which is a hefty cost, but this is played after that into your garrison as a resource, so it actually gains you life. Alright, next up we have Rise. Now you deploy the top 2 cards of your deck as 0/0 zombie life forms, so they have 0 assault and 0 armor. Now that doesn't matter too much because there are ways to power these guys up, such as with the Shaman as you saw. So you basically get 2 life forms for 1 card. Next up we have Infector's Infusion, another way to power up your zombies. So cards like Rise are more effective. All your zombies get +1 assault with this card. Force Eviction. If a life form assaults you or a life form you command, you just simply return the assaulting life form to your opponent's hand. And now there's Nope. Avoid the initiation of a tactical card. Nice and simple. Those are all of the tacticals in the deck. Now we will move on to fuel cards. Keynote, these are designated fuel cards. Any card in this game can be used for fuel, but these are specifically made to be fuel cards. First up we have Chemical Weapon X5. Cost of deplete for fuel, it could include itself. And you get to neutralize 1 life form. So your opponent has something you can't get over, this gets rid of it. Spare Battery, it's only a 1 of, but it can basically act as 2 fuel the turn you use its effect. And last for the fuel cards, we have Hidden Greed. Simply deplete 1 fuel and draw 1 card. Alright, now we move on to resources. Resources are basically your life counter, life points, however you want to describe it. And we have these basic resources. The deck comes with 8 of these. Now basic resources disobey the maximum per rule, aside from the 10 that you're allowed to play in a deck. Now basic resources, they don't do anything other than keep you alive. That, and have a nice little artwork of Pandora, for this deck at least, which is the home planet of the zombies. Next up we have a resource with an effect, Special Talents. Now you have to neutralize an additional resource when you use this effect, but you get to kill a life form at any time you want, as long as it's your turn, of course. And finally, last card in the deck, Corpse Collector. You get to add up to 2 zombie life forms from your stasis to your hand, which is useful when you're sending all those zombies to stasis. Occasionally you may want something back to use later. Alright, and one last key note, effect resources. You can only have 2 copies of an effect resource, whereas basic resources like this that have no effect, you can have up to 10 or as little as 0. As long as effect resources, only 2 of any copy of them. I hope you guys enjoyed the profile for the Zombie Invasion Recruitment deck. Thank you for watching.